Brace the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Paige DeSorbo, the co-host of Giggly Squad. I have exciting news. McDonald's has all new McCrispy strips. It's chicken made for dipping. Tender, juicy white meat chicken with a golden brown, peppery breading. It's chicken so good it deserves its own sauce. The creamy chili McCrispy strip dip, a sauce that's creamy, savory, and sweet with a little heat. But it works with any of our sauces. I'm personally a barbecue sauce girl. Even sometimes I like ketchup. I'm just like basic sometimes. But I also need it in addition to any new sauces I'm trying. With a new creamy chili McCrispy strip dip, it's chicken made for dipping, only at McDonald's.
When you're starting off with something new, it seems like your to-do list keeps growing. Finding the right tool helps, and that tool is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of U.S. e-commerce. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping. If you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/retail. Go to shopify.com/retail.
Short bar today, man. Ducking himself hate, don't care who hate. I'm saying the wrong bars, ain't I? Hey, I just repeat myself. Ducking himself hate, only the real can relate, man. I determine my fate. Culture Uncut podcast. Again with my brother here. What it do? It's your boy DJ Noah Fresh. Mr. I always got my people with me. You already know what I'm doing here. Shout out to the people, man. It's your boy Trey Pound, the moisturizer, a.k.a. the tsunami for your mommy. You know, president of Wet Lives Matter, because if it ain't wet, it don't even matter. Overhook your boy up that theme music, man.
Yo, come see me. It's the Culture Uncut podcast, man. Support the guys. It's the Morning Cup. It's your boy Corey. And I'm here to tell you, be not afraid, be courageous, go get it, man. We are them people.
What it do? It's your boy DJ Noah Fresh. Mr. I always got my people with me. You already know what I'm doing here.
Yo, it's your boy Trey Pound, the moisturizer. Y'all already know. They call me Big Ski. Very cool. Soaking drums. Hallelujah. President of Wet Lives Matter, because if it ain't wet, it don't even matter, man. Play me my theme.
What it do? It's your boy DJ Noah Fresh in the building. This is Culture Uncut podcast, man. I'm kicking it here live with the one, the only post birthday man himself. Happy 50th birthday to you, Trey. I hope it was memorable. I hope you can remember it.
Yeah, man, I had a good time, man. You know, big 5-0. You know, I'm one of them black people that don't mind aging. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 50, but when I do get to 50, thank God. I'll take you one of them hoochie coochie old heads. You know, you want to stay.
No, not all.
But nah, big fofo, man. It was a good birthday. I didn't really do much. I had to go test the vibes. Had to test the vibes, man.
What vibes?
Last time I went to a Chinese restaurant. You
got some cat?
I can see why you say that. That. Have you checked in on you? Do you have Chinese friends?
You know what? No, I don't, bro. I might need to make some Chinese friends.
Yeah.
I got Japanese friends. I ain't got no Chinese friends.
That's one thing I realized. I'm like, man, I wonder how many people got Chinese friends. Like during these times, just like you know how you always say, check in on your people, see how they doing. And that made me realize I don't have any Chinese friends.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know, bro.
It might be something to that, man. Like I think, like if you do a Chinese friend inventory. You know what I'm saying?
Right, bro.
Anybody who listens to the show, do a Chinese friend inventory. I would like to know how many Chinese friends y'all got. But if y'all do got any, I want to know what the vibe
authentic
is.
Chinese too. Don't be trying to be like, because you don't know what type of where they from, and you just like categorizing them as, because I got Filipinos, Cambodian, Laos, Vietnam, Korea, Japan.
You think that's a thing where people just toss all Asian people into the Chinese bag?
Absolutely.
I know they do that with the Mexicans. I know they do that with the Spanish people.
Yeah, they be like looking at a dude that's Puerto Rican. They be like, oh, he Mexican. He's speaking that Mexican. That's what they say back.
I ain't never heard that one. That's next level racism right there.
Oh, yeah. Boy, I grew up around that. Back home, because back home we had Cambodians, a lot of Cambodians that came over from Vietnam and stuff, right? And so a lot of them Cambodians and Vietnamese, and we was cool with them, man. We were real cool with them, bro. But like people used to say they Chinese. I'm like, bro, they ain't Chinese. They're Cambodian, bro. Big difference.
Is it a big difference?
Yeah, it's a huge difference, bro. Bro, I lived in Asia, bro. I know the different Asians, bro. It's big difference between
5 minutes. He think he know all the doggone cultures.
Bro, it's a huge difference between Asians, man.
No, I know. It's the same thing with every continent. Same thing. You go to Africa, there's huge differences between them different cultures and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's just funny how American, like, we throw those stereotypes on different cultures and people and whatnot without even like thinking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's what we do. Like, for the longest, like, I didn't know about Filipino people until I moved out of Louisiana. And then
you didn't know about them.
I didn't know about the Philippines. I didn't know about them. I didn't know there was a difference until I moved, and then I explored, and I was like, "Oh man, they Filipinos off the chain." I love Filipino people.
Y'all ain't got no Filipinos at y'all school?
Right in Louisiana? They were Cambodian.
That's interesting. I wonder when the Great Migration happened from the Philippines to Louisiana.
I still don't think they have.
They down there now. You don't think so? Man, it got to be a Filipino market somewhere, bro. Somewhere in Louisiana, I guarantee is a Filipino market.
Probably in New Orleans. Like, I don't know. Filipinos are everywhere. They all around the world, bro. I mess with Filipino, man. I love Filipino, bro. My people, for sure. That's for sure, bro. They some good people, bro. They always gonna have, I just love how they always have each other back. You know what I'm saying? They always look out for each other. It's a tight crew wherever they go, man. Once they be like, Pinoy, oh yeah, boy. Like, next thing you know.
They be like, what?
Pinoy, like Filipino. Like, they start speaking Tagalog.
That's how they say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you just made up a language, didn't it?
Nah, they start speaking Tagalog. That's their language. That's one of the dialects of their language, Tagalog, which is like predominantly spoken, because you got Visayan and you got like Ilo something. I can't think of the name. But yeah, I mess with the Filipinos, man. Holla at me, Filipino. Woo-woo.
But I know out in Cali, though, there's a strong presence with Chinese, right?
Oh, yeah. In pockets. In pockets.
I know in San Fran, they heavy out there.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot because of the old Silk Road and stuff like that. You know, the old opium trade and dens they used to have up in San Francisco. Yeah. Yeah. Wong Fat and them used to run that. Wong Fat.
Who?
Yeah.
Who Fat?
Wong Fat. That was like the gangster. He's like the Chinese Al Capone.
Fact sack.
Something like that, man. But nah, man. Yeah, I ain't really.
They ever crossed your mind?
Chinese people.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was Chinese people at the Chinese restaurant. I think it was Korean.
Oh, yeah, you know.
It's just like I went to a sushi place. And I go in there and it's like, they call it Osaka sushi, right? I went in there and I was like, konnichiwa, because it's like, in the end of the day.
That's so ignorant right there, man.
Konnichiwa is like, that's the greeting. You go, konnichiwa.
I know what the greeting is, but how you just said it.
And I greeted them, and they kind of looked at me, and I looked at them, and I started looking around. I was like, man, y'all ain't Japanese, y'all Korean. And it was like, how you know? I was like, bro, I could just look at it, because they all got different, they different.
Take your shoes off.
Not no sushi restaurant.
I was saying how ghetto you went with it.
I was like, and I know how to speak Japanese, bro.
If we do have any Chinese listeners, I would love for them to call in just to kind of just test the pulse and see what the vibes is in that realm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be.
I don't think no Chinese. I don't think no Chinese.
We got no Chinese listeners.
I don't think they tapped in with us. Not yet.
I gotta take a look at the doggone algorithm, the stats.
Yeah.
I think we might got a couple Chinese people. How the damn algorithm would know?
What? It tell you what country people tapped in from.
How would they know they're Chinese in America though?
they get to identify. You know, when you be clicking them questionnaires, when you make your profile, when you create your profile, it tell on you. It tell on you, bro. That was the whole point of creating your profile and your fingerprint. You leaving crumbs every time you interact with a site. They like, oh, this black dude that's 50 from Atlanta named Trey. He came on here. Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, we need to break him down because we ain't never seen no smooth nigga like that before, boy. We need to figure out where he get all that sauce at. That boy dripping, ain't he?
A lot don't care.
Yeah. I know a hater when I hear one. I tell you what, boy, that doggone, the vibes in the Chinese restaurant, though, it was somber. It was somber vibes.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think with all that was like fresh off the Chinese tariff news. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the prices were high in there?
The prices, it was a lot of market price stuff. Like everything you looked at said market price. A lot of that.
Oh, yeah, that's how they get you, though. That's how they get you, man. That's that finesse. That's that restaurant finesse. They go market price. Boy, that market price, that's whatever he feel like charging you. Cause your market, that's the black dude market, and they like, he cheap. So we go extra charge him because they're going to be a nuisance. They're going to be wanting everything. So you going to be like $70 over here?
Oh, man. You think they said that as soon as we walked through the door, they said like,
extra price. Yeah, extra price. You charge my friend.
Wrong.
Yeah, your fee went up, cuz.
It was a hefty bill. Do you ever, do you ask, like if you're on a date, say you're on a date, right? And then the person you're on a date with, I don't know, are you one of them 50-50 dudes on a date or you okay with buying a dinner?
It depends. It all depends. It depends.
Okay, well say you feeling generous this night, you know what I'm saying? You know, got a little extra in your mouth, peanut right around the corner. She ordered like everything market price. Do you ask what the price is before you carry on with it?
But market price usually means they weigh it, so it ain't gonna be accurate. They're gonna be like whatever, because if it's like close in the morning, the price is higher. But they never reset it. They're supposed to, if they go market price, true market price is early in the morning because that's when the fish first come in and the highest bidders getting the high quality. It's all a gimmick, though. It's all a gimmick. But I'm going to be sitting there looking like,
oh, this nigga, you about getting your cheap bag. I can feel it. So you be like, when she ordered all the market price stuff, you already done agreed to pay for the bill. Like you already on the hook.
First of all, we ain't going to, but I'm going to let you finish. First of all, we ain't going to no restaurant where the menu is market price. If I'm already looking ahead, if I see market price on that menu, we not going.
Well, when these tariffs drop, nigga, Popeyes might be market price, boy.
That's a gimmick. That's a marketing gimmick to tell you that the fish that you brought the other day, this same plate of fish that you bought for $20, today, market price, $180.
But are you going to ask what the price is or you just going to go ahead and let her order is what I'm trying to figure out.
I'll probably ask. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna ask. I'll sit at the table and be like, oh, what's the market price? And they go, $4.50 a pound. Well,
what are you gonna say? You gotta put it back.
Now I'm gonna just say, can you cap it at $35?
Damn, that's cold work, bro. That's cold work, boy.
Bring me $35 worth, bro.
It ain't even your food. It's her food.
Man, you know they don't eat all their food at no restaurant anyway, bro. Then they talking about they gonna take it to go. And whatever, boy gonna wake up, scratching his behind in the refrigerator, eat the rest of it. Like, oh, when you went to the market price place, man, I've been wanting to go there. And he gonna be standing there eating your food. Yeah, nah, I ain't contributed. I'm not contributing to that. Now, if we live together, that's different.
Okay.
That's different. You get market price all you want. We don't live together. You ain't feeding nobody else.
I think you got to figure that out before you even get to the date, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right.
First of all, you shouldn't be going to no restaurants that we ain't going to no expensive restaurants like that. It's not happening.
Ever?
Have we been dating for a while?
How long you keep it broke, boy?
Till we living together.
Golly, boy.
It ain't broke, boy. It's a substantial, incremental process. You know, you got tiers, like tier 1 restaurant, tier 2, tier 3 restaurants. You know, just meet somebody.
No, I ain't saying just meet somebody. You said you keeping it tight to the pocket until y'all live together. Yeah. That's a long time, brother.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Happy Meals.
I can't pull out all my tricks. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have something to look forward to. You gotta have something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? If I come out tier 3 restaurant right off bat, bro, you gotta replicate that. You can't replicate that over and over again, bro. You be broke.
So you about to replicate McDonald's for up until y'all live together?
McDonald's ain't even on the tier. Cause I don't even do McDonald's. We talked about that. McDonald's, I'm do no McDonald's.
I feel you on that one. But shoot, man, outside of that, dog, I got me a nice little foot massage. I went Asian on Asian for my birthday. I just realized that.
Man,
I went got me a nice little pedicure.
You got hit with so the tariffs really going to affect your lifestyle, is what you saying. Because you went Chinese restaurant, Asian massage parlor.
No, I said pedicure.
With the happy.
But I figured you were getting that doggone massage parlor about. That's how you know about all the Filipinos and all the different cultures, because you done hit up all the mama sauce.
Oh, no.
But how's what you got planned for the weekend, man? I know I got my weekend is about to be. I'm about to be in the blender for my weekend, bro.
Why?
It's prom weekend.
Man, y'all be up there obsessively spending, bro. Did you go get her a rent out Bentley?
I tried. I ain't gonna lie, I tried, but she said she didn't want nothing. She was like, yo, I would rather spend that money on, she got something she want to do this summer that's special. So I was like, all right, bet. I got you.
Y'all better than me, bro.
I didn't say I did it, but I was open to like it's her senior year. You know, however she want to go out, I was willing to do nothing crazy though. We're not those type of people.
Oh, it's a senior year.
Extravagant lifestyle.
That's respectable, man. Congratulations, man. You about to be free. My boy about to be free. It's about to cost you more, huh?
One more in the chamber.
Left behind, huh? Got one hanging on, huh? That's going to be the one that's going to cost you the more. This is him right here. Hold on. What up, man? We got you on the podcast, so watch what you say. We live right now, Meech. Hold on. Yeah, we were waiting on you, girl. Huh?
You say what?
We were waiting on you, man. Yeah, I can hear you. Trey can hear you too. Trey, this the designer extraordinaire, the owner and lead stylist and fashion creator of Eva. I'm saying it right? Eva.
Oh, you said one thing right tonight.
Hey, they dropping tomorrow, man. Can you just give us a quick overview of what you got in the works, bro?
Man, we got a bunch of stuff that we dropping tomorrow. So if you or whoever is watching and tuning in, you can send them the link or whatever. But we dropping a bunch of stuff, a bunch of men's wear for the most part, and be on the lookout for some women's wear this summer and men's wear as well. But we started our first collection. Our spring collection is dropping tomorrow. So I wanted to be on the podcast, but I'm in the middle of traffic right now. I'm in LA right now. I had to go make a few adjustments and stuff before tomorrow. So we still got a lot of stuff, and I do want to get on the podcast.
So give us a quick, like, how you style your clothes, like what's different from the other streetwears out there, like, that you bring to the game?
I've been pretty much in the fashion lane since, man, I'd say probably the last 7-8 years, but I just pivoted from where I was until now. Started off making a bunch of I'll say screen printed t-shirts and stuff like that, which is nothing wrong with it. But I figure if I want to get into a different lane and actually prove to myself and to other people that, I can make more than just a regular t-shirt, I had to step my game up when it came to designing and getting to cutting. So, and talking to manufacturers and stuff overseas and things like that, because that's kind of what it takes. So, my style, it pretty much comes from having the lack of high fashion growing up. Growing up, all we was able to afford was, a Cool and Echo Unlimited, Reebok, whatever. You know what I mean? So when you used to see these folks with Coach and Mason Margiela, Louis Vuitton, that was always a staple of, I guess you could say, luxury, a staple of luxury. And, I just wanted to step into that lane myself and show, a lot of people hey, look, man, these people, these top brands that you see, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, shout out to them, but they're not the only ones that can do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of black designers out there, you know what I mean, that's putting the work in, that's actually creating high fashion, so to speak, or luxury from their own standpoint.
Yo, Meech, quick question, bro. I'm just trying to check the post real quick because, we were just talking about tariffs and, you already know tariffs is pushing the price up when it comes to those luxury brands, imported fashion goods, especially when it comes to black-owned brands and businesses. I've been seeing a lot of people that come out here in Atlanta talking about, how it's impacting their business and whatnot. Right. Can you speak to that? Have you seen anything
for sure.
The repercussions from China?
Yeah, for sure. If you have a manufacturer that comes from overseas, people with Chinese manufacturers are taking it the hardest because, the tariff was really affected by them and their import and export of goods. So, I'll give you a prime example. We did some bags with this drop and the bags was made in China. And, our shipping costs went from
a low amount to a crazy, insane amount at the last minute. You know what I mean? So it went from being in the low hundreds to being in the high hundreds, almost to the thousands. You know what I'm saying? And shipping costs is crazy. You know what I mean? So I had to kind of look at it and be like, you know, this is what it's going to take. You know, regardless of the tariffs and stuff being kind of high, I'm still going to have to pay the cost of, you know, pay to play, basically.
Gotcha.
But if you are trying to start a brand, you know, right now China is kind of scary to try to get a manufacturer in China right now because of the cost.
Man,
Gotcha.
I mean, it's scary. That industry is alone. I mean, we've seen some of the stuff that Kanye kind of been speaking out about the fashion industry and whatnot. And we always talk about how we always got to fight to get into these spaces, and you know, it's just like one of them things where it's just another roadblock that we gonna figure out a way to get like past and through. You know, like what are some of the testimonies I guess you had to fight to kind of create the space for your vision that you got for your company? You know what I mean?
You know, we still fighting. We fighting every day. But I think right
like
now,
Color Purple, like all my life.
Yeah, like all my life I had to fight. You know what I'm saying? But you know, right now for any up and coming artist or brand owner, designer, you know, stylist, whatever you want to be, this is the perfect time right now for you to get into the game because it's at an all-time high. You know what I'm saying? It's like you guys in the podcast lane. When you get on your Instagram, you're going to see other podcasters on your timeline. Billion, you know what I'm saying? And like you asked me earlier, you know, what's going to make you more unique from the other, you know, 8 billion people that's doing, you know, podcasts. But I definitely say, like, if you are a designer, though, just start now. You know what I mean? But for me, the hardships that I face, I think the hardest thing that I had to face coming into the game was being in Japan and trying to maneuver through the space, if that makes sense, because I didn't know any Japanese, so I had to figure things out. And I wasn't ordering anything from overseas at that time. I was getting everything homemade right there in Japan. So it was a language barrier. It was kind of hard to meet people and actually have conversations because I didn't speak the language. So I had to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
So I got a question for this collection that you're about to drop. I got the timer up. I got your website up. And tomorrow, what is the theme of this collection?
I would say the theme for this collection is just like, you know, this is the beginning. Like in the Bible, though, you know what I'm saying? Like this is the beginning of something new. Okay. For the people that have been shopping with me in the past.
You're in your Genesis bag.
Yeah, like this is the beginning. You know what I mean? In the beginning, there's light. You know what I mean? God said, "Let there be light." But yeah, this is just the beginning of something new. If you know me and if you shot with me in the past, you know I came from a long line of screen printing and just streetwear style of clothing, where you know I had the big prints. You know, all of the different color hoodies and things like that. You know, I just wanted to take a step outside of that bag, which in my opinion was it was a fun bag at that time, but now I'm taking this serious now. Like this is a career and a career path that I want to take serious, and not just play around with it and just, you know, make t-shirts and hoodies for my friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let's really get into the works of, you know, what does these fabrics look like, feel like, you know, how do I actually make a garment? How do I actually do this? How do I actually do that? So it was more of a, let's experiment with things that I see myself doing in the future. Let's just experiment with it and see what we can get out of it. You know what I mean?
Did you collab with anybody on this collection?
Yes, I did. So he is the creative director of the brand right now, Kyron Von Sabath. I'm pretty sure you know him, Love. But we did I wouldn't necessarily say it was a collab. It was just more of a organic feeling. Like he saw what I was doing, I saw what he was doing, and we just kind of like came together for the collection. And trust me, you can see more stuff coming from his side of the house and my side of the house when it comes to the brand, because he's doing his own things on the side too as well that, you know, we're going to put out into the works as well. You know what I mean?
That's dope, man. That's dope.
When it comes to fashion, like, and a lot of stuff, I know one episode we was talking about, you know, how we are the culture, how we build the trends, we move the culture, we the pulse. But a lot of times we don't get, it don't cash in, you know, we don't get paid for the value that we bring.
This is Paige DeSorbo from Giggly Squad. Opill is a game changer for sexual reproductive health. Through the first over-the-counter daily birth control pill available in the U.S. Finally, the days of needing a prescription to get birth control are over. Opill is FDA approved, no prescription needed, full prescription strength, estrogen-free, and available online and at most major retailers. So when there's no prescription, no appointment, there's no hassle. No more waiting at the doctor's office to get a prescription. Opill will be easily accessed over the counter, in store, or online, and will be ready for when you need it. Opill is available online and at most major retailers. Use code GIGGLY for 25% off your first month of Opill at opill.com.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? Well, with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills. Wait, did I say job title yet? Get started today and see how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
How you stay tapped into, the culture without being avoiding being used by it. You know what I mean?
I think that's a good question. I think when you create your own lane when it comes to the culture, because everybody is driven off of the culture. That is correct. But I think you have to create your own lane when it comes to the culture, because sometimes when you try to follow trends and be on the same type of wave that everybody else is on, you kind of can't stand out, and people expect you to give them stuff for free. Like, oh, okay, my homeboy made this type of shirt. I can go and get this from him. But with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm still going to be relatable to the culture, but I'm going to bring my own flavor so you can kind of understand, like, okay, like, I can tell by his work ethic. I can tell by his designer. He's not doing nothing for free. I can't call him asking for nothing for free. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't want to. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you a top quality product that you're not even going to want to get for free. You know what I mean?
Dope, man. Dope.
And you dropped a whole lot. Well, I got a lot of stuff I want to pick your brains on, bro. We can go down a deep bag when it pertains to this.
For sure.
This year, man,
like do a collab with us, man. Like help us with the merch, man.
I think everything's on God time. Right now he focused on his launch in the beginning.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nah, I was. This is before he did his launch.
What do you thought about What do you thought about Coachella? Y'all boys ever been? That's out there in y'all way. Y'all ever been to Coachella?
Nah, I'm good.
Coachella? Nah. I ain't never been to Coachella. I heard of it, but I ain't never been.
Yeah, if you from here, you don't go.
Why not?
That's more for the young. That's more for the younger crowd, man. It's just Coachella's Coachella, man. It's just a unique thing. I think it's not my vibe. It's a vibe for the younger people.
If you ain't never been, how you know if it's your vibe?
I've been to Rolling Loud, and Rolling Loud is kind of similar to Coachella. You got to be prepared. You got to be mentally and physically prepared for that date, because it's 2-3 days worth of just partying, even music. You got to be really mentally prepared. You know what I'm saying?
And then if you have a job that drug tests, you don't want to go out there because you don't know. You might get a bottle of water with some Molly in it, boy.
You speaking from experience.
Nah, I'm just speaking for people that come from there and they end up losing their job because they went to Coachella and they're like, no, I just drank water. It was like, pass me the water so I can go harder. You know what I'm saying?
No, I was asking from a fashion standpoint, because I know like a lot of like designers and stuff, they get showcased for when the artists, they go out there and they wearing their stuff. I know if you was looking at it from that aspect of it, you know what I'm saying? From a fashion designer aspect.
Want to get into. Like, I would think that's something that I would definitely want to get into. I also wanted to basically start getting into styling as well, like different artists and styling different, just anybody, the content creators, stylists, not stylists, but content creators, athletes. Because when you look around, like you say, the culture, whether it's from sports, music, anything in entertainment, most of them stars and stuff, they be having stylists that actually style them for events. You know what I mean? Like the Met Gala, if they going to the Grammys, or if they going to the BET Awards, or the ESPYs and stuff like that. They're not necessarily just going to a store and grabbing something off the rack. They're paying $5,000 to $10,000, $15,000 to get styled by one of the top stylists in the country. You know what I mean? It's a lot that goes into styling too. So, but when it comes to the fashion industry, it's wide open, man. Like, it's wide open. You can do whatever you want to do within the industry. Just be different. Just bring your own flavor.
Who in the game right now you like? Even like a throwback.
Oh,
outside
throwback?
outside of yourself, like like somebody like
outside of myself. I'm gonna say Virgil. I'm gonna be cliche and say Virgil, even though he passed away. Rest in peace. Virgil,
and Kanye
Kukai.
just did a bid on him, didn't it? Fuck, golly.
Yeah, Kanye. He even though he have his episodes and stuff like that. I always look to Kanye as well. When it comes to like imagery and just overall, like he wanted to go. Like he paved the way as well. Him, Pharrell, Virgil. They was all one big cahoots at one time. They was all under the same umbrella.
Well, nobody, that boy just made the patent nigga Klan suit, the KKK suit. Nobody talk about the craftsmanship that Kanye put into them Klan suit, bro. He was talking about it like it was like he had some next level material he put on it.
Right, man. I started to notice something though about Kanye is that I don't know if he's even having fun anymore with what he does. Like when it comes to his creativity, I think everything that he does now,
he burnt out.
Not even necessarily that he burnt out. I think he's just trying to prove a point with everything that he does, whether it's his music or if he's doing something with the clothing scene or something like that. He's trying to prove a point. You know what I'm saying?
Just feel like it's just
he always compare himself to a god.
Yeah, I thought that was wild. It just seemed like ever since his mom died, bro, something is off. Something like majorly, like something is that brother needs some healing, some deep healing.
He got diagnosed with like bipolar disorder or something like that. Because you notice he have his little episodes and then sometimes he be straight, like he be,
Yeah.
So we already know like this is what we dealing with when it come to Ye, man.
So
shout out to Ye for sure.
Post Virgil, you have anybody like now? Because I know Virgil gone. Is there any designer now you like? You know what? I wouldn't mind collabing with that brother or sister.
What does Meech?
I think his phone might have died.
No, it's on me.
I'll tell you what, man, it happens, man. Nova said he just left Coachella. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be conducting urinalysis tests.
There you go. He's back.
He's gonna head that team up. Get them boys.
He's back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh yeah, I was asking about post Virgil. Any designers or anything you want to collab with?
Collab? I wouldn't necessarily say I would want to collab right now. If I was to collab, I've been looking at a lot of like Kid Supra. I've been looking at brands like Aimé Leon Dore. When it comes to high fashion, of course, the Pradas and the Gucci's and Louis and stuff like that too. But I think mostly I just want to solidify our name before I, start collabing. Because, sometimes when you go to doing a lot of extra stuff, as far as like collabing, you can kind of get lost within your own brand identity. So
yeah, or your brand get absorbed by somebody else's brand.
Exactly.
You don't recognize yours.
Exactly. So you don't want to really get absorbed too quick and then you get lost within the brand. You know what I'm saying? So I think I just want to, make a statement with, this year. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna make a statement for sure with the, the spring collection that's dropping tomorrow night. And even with our summer collection, because we, obviously we're gonna do the spring, summer, fall, and winter as well. So we just want to make a name for ourselves first, And as far as collabs though, I definitely want to collab with some of the bigger names as well.
Yo, you said earlier like that in that industry, the lane for like urban designers is wide open. I don't think like a lot of people even know like where to begin, like what's the like starting point, like if someone's like is interested, like where would you guide them to get into that lane?
Basically, like just start your own brand, so to speak.
Yeah,
I would say, because the way I started it might be different for somebody else, but I just say the way I started was just learning from watching other people do what they do. I would go on YouTube, TikTok. Did we have TikTok at the time? I think we had TikTok at the time. This was like 2018, 2019. Yeah. So it was TikTok was on the rise. But just start making stuff. You know what I'm saying? I heard Rick Owens say something one time in an interview where he was like, if you want to have a brand or if you want to make clothing, you literally just have to make clothing. You know what I mean? Go to Walmart, get blank t-shirts, you know, throw some paint around.
But do you think
Go on Adobe Illustrator.
you think that most black creatives know how to access capital and like licensing opportunities when they trying to get their foot in the door? You know what I'm saying?
I'm like 50
time we be stuck in like hustle and survival mode in like a lot of our ventures, bro. And we creative as fuck, but we kind of get lost when it's time to get. Go ahead.
I think I'm 50-50 with that. That's a good question because I had this conversation with my mom not too long ago, and I was like, we get on social media, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of these platforms, and I just said this on TikTok too. Like I just learn. Like all of these platforms, you can actually learn from. It's not just to get on there and see what's the latest trends or who got the biggest butt. I'm saying who got shot last night. It's not always about that. When you get on social media and TikToks and all of these different, social networking platforms, get on there and learn as much as possible. If you want to be an astronaut, TikTok, I'm pretty sure it's a video of somebody talking about astronauts, you know what I'm saying, or something along the lines. When it comes to the capital part and learning about just how to overcome the hustle culture, get on there and learn what to do. Find out how you can get your LLC and how you can get funded to start a business. You know what I'm saying? Or get on there and find out if you want to get your name trademarked. Get on TikTok, get on YouTube. There's somebody out there that looks just like us that's probably on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram talking about this. Follow them, get their updates when they post a new video, and learn. Because that's kind of the way that I had to go about it when I first started.
I respect that. I think you spot on. And I think in this day and age, it's almost like a three-headed monster type deal, dog, where like you can go on these platforms and you can find out what you want to learn. And then like they got AI right now. They got like all these different doggone AI technology that you can tap into and search different prompts on how to learn how to use those damn those different chat GPTs and whatnot to teach you how to break into the industry. I also heard like this one I was listening to, I forget which podcast but they were saying that outside of like getting on these platforms and learning it, you also need mentors, like real life mentors, people that can like show you like hands-on instruction how to get to where you need to get to. Do you have like any mentors?
To be honest, not really. I don't really have too many mentors. I think I have a lot of virtual mentors, if that makes sense. Because to be honest, when it came to me in fashion and stuff like that, like I would be lying if I said I didn't have somebody I was looking up to. Like Dapper Dan, Rich God, Virgil, people like that I saw actually doing what it was that I wanted to do. Every time I seen an interview, every time I seen an article or anything or a podcast and it had their name attached to it, I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still engaged from each interview that they do. And most of the times you don't get too many interviews from them type of people because they hold on to what they find value in when it comes to the industry, right? So anytime they do an interview, man, I'm still in game. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it came to like Virgil and I saw his mindset when it came to being creative and creativity, or when it came to who else? Like Cool Kai, when it came to his business model and the way he
Cool Kai?
business. Oh yeah, for sure. I've been rocking out with Cool Kai for a while because he shows you not necessarily just how to be creative, but how to make it profitable. You know what I'm saying? He went from having his own manufacturer to being his own factory. You know what I'm saying? He make his own blanks. I know he get his shoes made in like Portugal. I saw a couple videos of him going to like Portugal, flying over there to look at his samples and stuff like that. He got multiple warehouses and stuff like that, so just looking at that, it puts you in a business mindset versus also staying in the mindset of being a designer and just trying to figure out how to be creative. That's cool, but how can you market your product? How can you sell your product? Who is your customer base? So I think that's the biggest thing, man. Just looking at people
who is your customer base right now?
Right now, just anybody from the ages of 19 to 40, 50 years old. You know what I mean?
Or anybody that's just interested in
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? Well, with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills. Wait, did I say job title yet? Get started today and see how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Ever wonder what your lashes are destined for? The cards have spoken. Maybelline New York Mascara does it all. Whether you crave fully fan lashes with Lash Sensational, big, bold volume from the Colossal, a dramatic lift with Falsies Lash Lift, or natural-looking volume from Great Lash, your perfect lash future awaits. Manifest your best mascara today. Shop Maybelline New York and discover your lash destiny. Shop now at Walmart.
Nova just outside your customer base. That bitch he hit 60 last year.
I appreciate you for tapping in though, bro. Could you drop the link to your website?
The link, yeah, I can send you the link. But if you want to go to the actual website, it should be www.luxu.com. EVALUXU.com.
All right. So for y'all to know, man, get it. His new collection is dropping tomorrow. The spring collection is dropping tomorrow, and he tends to sell out like immediately. So go sign up for the website, get your password. You got one day to get there because I've seen his last drop, it just sold out. Soon as he opened it up, you already had like what, 1,000 some pre-orders from the other one, man. It was gone, bro. It was gone. Yeah. But I ain't see that boy for like a whole month. He was up there cutting and sewing, man, getting stuff ironed out, getting stuff laid out, talking to manufacturers all the time. Boy had to get him another phone. That's how busy he was.
He went full Kevin Gates, huh?
That boy was trapping. That boy doing it all, man.
Before you leave, one last question, man. When Keisha Cole she rolled out with her doggone that bathing suit diaper, what's the first thing that came in your head?
To be honest, man, you gotta let people live, man. Even though she a little bit older, she still got swag, man. She's still trying to do her thing. Cause at the end of the day, she's an entertainer. You can't be washed up, especially being a female entertainer. But I ain't gonna lie, it did look kind of crazy. It did look kind of crazy for real.
Oh, like, golly, boy, you need to tighter circle, boy. They let you go out there like that.
Hey, but I do got one last thing, though, for anybody that's listening. I always wanted to say this, because I never did a podcast before, but I always wanted to say this, like, if you want to be something in life, whatever it is, whether you a astronaut, like I said earlier, or you a chef, whatever, you got to start acting like you are. Even, you got to be delusional. You got to literally be delusional as possible about what it is you want to do. And I've been like that for the longest when it came to my craft. Like, even when people be like, oh, you think you're going to be a designer, or you think you're going to be this, I'm already.
And now look at you. And they hitting you up for the discount code. They hitting you up trying to get ahead of the line, trying to skip everybody. That's how
whatever you want to be out here, you got to already claim it, man. Just claim it and you're going to be that, I promise you.
Yes, sir. I love to see it, man. And I'm looking forward to sitting down, chopping it up with you, especially after this drop, man. Listen to see you. I'm pretty sure I'm going to see you smiling ear to ear. I already know it's about to do numbers for sure.
Nova must be asking for that military discount.
Nah, he asked for no discount.
Hey, give him 5 minutes. When we get off this show.
And he gonna be sending the text message.
Hey man, what's the code?
It's kind of cool.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all for having me though, for real.
All right. We're gonna try to get you a video up, man. I wanted you to navigate us through the site, but okay, go ahead. We'll get you though, man. We're gonna get you in.
At the end of the week, we can do something at the end of the week next week, man. After, it's been a week of dropping or whatever. We're going to keep the site open as well if we still got stuff that's going to be available.
Okay.
I definitely want to do something with y'all like next week, Friday or Saturday.
All right.
Let's get it.
All right, for sure. I appreciate y'all.
All right.
No doubt. Likewise.
Man, that's dope, bro. That's dope, man. He got some real nice high-end stuff too, bro. Like, that junk, yeah. It's his own style. Man, that boy, that's too dripping for me, dog. I'll be looking like one of them old heads that fresh. They be like, he just trying to be young, but it's dope though, bro. It's some dope stuff.
I fucks with it though. I'm gonna check him out.
Like, he had a jean jacket on there, bro. That mug was so clean, dog. He ain't got nothing on my size, though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You gonna
He
work
need a
them
lot of
Chinese
cutting
people
and
to death,
sewing to
boy. That's
get
too
this
much
bum
fabric.
body.
Nigga trying to make a jean jacket for you.
Now, but before we get out of here, bro, I want to talk about something that is just going to be scratching the surface on this because we got more to come on this situation. And it's just talking about the Karmelo Anthony situation. And just what I've gathered so far is so much disinformation out there, right? But just from the simple facts that I got, like, people are turning this into a racial thing. And it's like an incident happened and a kid lost his life, right? Nobody ever wants that. But this is important to tell your kids to be respectful of others. You know what I'm saying? Don't go put your hands on people that for no reason, right? If somebody's sitting down in the area, leave them alone. You ain't the police. If you want them to move, if you ask them nicely and they don't move, go get the security or somebody to have them move if it's that important. But you also got to remember when you're in a public place and nobody's bothering you, they have rights to that place just as you do. I don't care if you got a tent up. You know what I'm saying? Like they can sit they're sitting in the bleachers. The tent is covering the bleachers. They can sit in the bleachers. The bleachers is public property. If your tent happens to be on this public property, it's free will. You know what I'm saying? But what I've gathered from it so far, and this is where I stand. A young man sat down. It was raining. A young man sat down under a tent to seek refuge from the rain. Another young man came up, told this young man to move. He's like, hey, don't touch me. The guy touched him. They attacked him. They jumped on him and he defended himself. And one of the people ended up dead. He got stabbed through the heart by, we don't know yet, right? They haven't said what it was. Everybody's speculating that it's some butcher knife or it's whatever. We don't know. We don't know until they release that to everybody. Right now, it's just speculation because people are running around, why he got a big butcher knife in his backpack? We don't know if it's a big butcher knife in his backpack. It got people saying that the family took money from the donation and went and bought a new house and a new car. And that's the one thing that I don't like is these bots and these propagandists are out there just spreading disinformation, all this misinformation about when they're making it, they're really making it black and white. And then they're saying this family went and bought this house when his family, it's a 2-parent home. Mom and dad lives there with a son that has a 3.7 GPA in his high school, right? He's a senior this year, athlete. His parents own that home and they already had these vehicles. But when you go out and spread this misinformation, it's making it look like black people can't attain this type of wealth. Black people ain't got 2 parents in their house. You know, it took for the family, they're supposed to be, they're under a lot of stress as well. And it took for the mom to have a press conference to quell the rumors. Who in their right mind? Why are we having a press conference with a family to address nonsense? But that's just how nonsense has spread rapid on the social media and everything on all these platforms. People are saying that this family took the money. They're saying that this kid was a thug. Why does he have a knife at school? But to get to the gist of it, bro, why are your kids touching somebody? That's where it all starts. The kid that died, rest in peace, but keep your hands to yourself. You're always taught, keep your hands to yourself. You put your hands on somebody and you had an outcome. It's how it is. It's the same for me. If I go fight somebody, if I go decide to go put hands on somebody and they defend themselves, you attack them, he defended himself from your attack. You could have knocked him down. His head could have hit the bleachers and he could have been brain dead, paralyzed. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? And these ain't no small individuals that attacked him. So for everybody that's like speculating, why did he have to use a knife? Man, you got 2 individuals attacking you. What you gonna do? And you don't know how many more are coming. What you gonna do? I'm gonna defend myself.
Yeah, you should. You know what I mean? Like, me personally, I'm saying this post of like how everything been going down. It just seems like they trying to brew up a George Floyd 2.0. Like they trying to find ways to get us, you know, angry, fighting amongst ourselves, fighting, and they're gonna put out all the rhetoric that they can just to trigger us for something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all manipulation and it's all by design. in my opinion, how I'm watching it, and I'm trying to be mindful of how much I consume of it, because it's just like, it feels like we done been through like a lab study, dog. Like we done been through this already. Like we kind of know like the game that they're trying to play when it comes to our emotions and what triggers us and what gets us active and whatnot. And it's just sad watching, like, because at the end of the day, people died, you know, and then you got somebody that died, a family got to grieve with that. And then you got another kid whose family trying to get their child out of jail, you know, and why use this story for political reasons? Use this story to like get us angry and fighting, and just like it's all feel like, you know, charades. Like you trying to like get our attention into one spot while like X, Y, and Z is happening behind us. And I'm not saying that's what's going on right now, but it just feel like they deploying all the damn distracted Avengers, bro. Like they pulling out all the doggone distractors, dog. That's what I'm gonna call these motherfuckers, like the distractors. They'll find like random like bullshit to get us to like, and this is not bullshit, but just saying like, and stories like this, it's a heated topic, right? Why you pulling like these certain media heads and these certain like influencers to like toss out this toxic information? And you pulling out bank statements, you pulling out, you know, like you digging up criminal histories, and like we know the game. Like y'all done did this already before, you know what I'm saying? And I just pray, you know, like one, we kind of lean in on our communities, be tactful on how we respond to things, and just be mindful that everything is by design, in my opinion. Like everything is designed to find a way to trap you. And you just got to be mindful of the trap stuff. Like you just, they want it. Like, damn, they got the new Hoochie Coochie song that just came out. All right, y'all niggas focus on the Hoochie Coochie song. What else? You got, you know, the price of weaves going up. Let them argue about how much the weave's gonna cost. You know what I'm saying? Let them figure that out. Rick Ross, he just put out, you know, he got a new dentist. Let them niggas go buy teeth from Rick Ross. It just so much real shit that's going on in the world, and they trying to find every other way to kind of pull us from them. So it's a grand play at the end of it. And if we busy fighting each other, we're not gonna like never build our community. Like I think this is the time where we kind of we gotta lean in on communities that we get off of these damn like Twitter, IG, lean into platforms that fuck with us. Like I think I keep saying this, there are movements outside of these platforms that people are doing that don't get attention, and they drown it in the algorithm because they don't want, and it's for a reason. Like they're going to make sure that they suffocate any type of positive black traction. And it's just how I can go on and on for it. I didn't want to get into it, but they got this motherfucking Stephen A. Smith, man. This nigga got his hairline set us back already. And now they got this nigga talking about he about to come out and run for president. And that's another, man, you don't get your loud mouth ass, nigga, just focus on LeBron, and you and Skip argue about LeBron and Shannon. They unlock like damn, I said, boy, they unlock the coon chip. The coon chip have been unlocked to like astronomical like measures right now. And y'all don't get caught up to, you know what I'm saying?
All right though, man.
You must be gotta pee. I could tell.
I gotta go.
The new McCrispy Strip is here. Dip approved by ketchup, tangy barbecue, honey mustard, Sprite, McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Ever wonder what your lashes are destined for? The cards have spoken. Maybelline New York Mascara does it all. Whether you crave fully fan lashes with Lash Sensational, big, bold volume from the Colossal, a dramatic lift with Falsies Lash Lift, or natural-looking volume from Great Lash, your perfect lash future awaits. Manifest your best mascara today. Shop Maybelline New York and discover your lash destiny. Shop now at Walmart.
Every idea starts with a problem. Warby Parker's was simple. Glasses are too expensive. So they set out to change that. By designing glasses in-house and selling directly to customers, they're able to offer prescription eyewear that's expertly crafted and unexpectedly affordable. Warby Parker glasses are made from premium materials like impact-resistant polycarbonate and custom acetate, and they start at just $95, including prescription lenses. Get glasses made from the good stuff. Stop by a Warby Parker store near you.